Welcome back to CryptosRus. I am George. We're all George. So, happy Halloween. It is over. It is the last day of Uptober. So, I have something big to announce. Possibly the approval date for the very first Bitcoin spot ETF. So, let me talk about that, what to expect for Bitcoin, and why is Solana pumping up? It just keeps pumping and pumping and pumping some more. So I will talk about why its huge partnerships are such a big deal. All right, let's do this. Welcome, 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 guys. Again, happy Halloween. This is the last day of October. We are about to start Pumpvember, okay? Pumpvember is coming. So, out of the blue, Gary Gensler all of a sudden tweeted this out about Bitcoin. Okay? If Satoshi Nakamoto went on Satoshi Nakamoto for Halloween, will we be able to tell happy 15th anniversary Satoshi's famous white paper that started crypto? Any crypto companies that are tricking investors should be treating them to compliance with security laws. I see what you did there, Gary. That's quite clever. Just like this. This is quite clever. Gary Gensler, 100% useless. Yeah. Okay, we'll start with that. Moving past it, when is Gary going to approve the very first Bitcoin spot ETF? That's what we are waiting for, right? When will we get the very first one? Well, we may have a hint here, okay? This lawyer is studying what the SEC is doing. And there is a closed door meeting that's coming up November 2nd. Guess what? That's 2 days. 2 days from now. Tomorrow we have FOMC meeting, which is big. But then, right afterwards, there's a closed meeting, and look at what's being discussed in the closed meeting. Institution and settlement of administrative proceedings. That doesn't sound a lot. Resolution of litigation claims. Now, it doesn't say ETF or anything like that, but we know who the SEC lost to recently. Grayscale. Grayscale also has a pending application. They filed, right? So does this mean in this closed meeting, they can be reviewing the Grayscale case, and if they can't come up with any valid reason why Grayscale should not be allowed to convert, well, then that means they have to approve it, right? So November 2nd may be the date we're waiting for. That's 2 days away. It's speculation, I know, but still, people are paying attention. Gary's under a lot of scrutiny right now to get things done. Loss after loss after loss after loss. He has to get things done, okay? And one of those things is, hey, you get this done for us, maybe we got a cushy job for you later. That's probably what Larry Fink is whispering in Gary's ear right now, okay? So, yeah, we may get the very first Bitcoin spot ETF approval in days. If not, ARK Invest, their deadline is coming up I think November 11th, okay? And then if not in November, then maybe we got another one in December, and then if not, then we have to wait a few more months, right? The very last deadline is March. So again, not too far off. But man, just look at this, okay? You know, look at this headline. BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF may have trading support of heavyweights like Jane Street, Jump, and Virtue. So BlackRock itself is the largest asset manager on the planet already with $9 or $10 trillion of assets. But they have enormous amount of cachet, okay? When they do something, everyone else wants to do it. So if they come out with their ETF, which they may be seeding already, everyone else wants a piece. And these guys right here, okay, they're like the biggest market makers there is. Jane Street, okay, in case you're wondering, they're trading volume in this is 2020. This is not 2023. They're trading volume for nearly $4 trillion. Okay? Again, this is 2020, so I don't know what it is in 2023. My guy sent me this, so, you know, I'm assuming 2023, it's even higher. So we're talking about some of the biggest money makers there are, okay, in Wall Street that will be involved with the very first Bitcoin SPY ETF. Here's another one. It's kind of cut off, but this shows 2022 Virtue Financials, their current assets, over $1 trillion, okay? So, again, when I say these whales are moving like billions, and I'm like, that's nothing. It really is nothing compared to some of these big institutions. These guys are touching trillions. Trillions. They're moving around trillions, and they hold trillions. When the FOMO really hits in 2024 and 2025, I mean, we will not, I don't think we will be able to comprehend the amount of money that will be flowing in and the price action of the market, because things will just get nutty and explode in unreasonable and unexplainable manners. Because these guys have so much money, it's impossible to comprehend once some of that, just a little bit of that, flows into Bitcoin. Okay? And they are going to be flowing into Bitcoin, because every single major CEO of all these companies are all salivating and FOMOing right now. You got another one, $76 billion asset manager, Van Eyck, or Eck, I always say Ike, Eck, whatever, Jan Van Eck, who is the CEO. And also, Van Eck is a major fund company, and they're also trying to come out with the Bitcoin SPY ETF. Okay? But listen to what he just said. Okay? Basically, but you have to discount the future because no one knows. He was talking about how, maybe Bitcoin's a sham, maybe it's not. But if Bitcoin has now been established, which I think it has been, and I thought so for 5 years as an alternative, just like silver has for platinum, to demand for gold as store of value, then you got almost close to perfect setup as a trade. Okay? What is he talking about? He's talking about Bitcoin. People that hold gold, now they're starting to look at alternatives like Bitcoin. It has established itself as a better, more appreciative and more decentralized version of gold, right? So he is very excited about Bitcoin as well. As all these Wall Street bigwigs, every single one. Here's another one. Asset manager firm Bernstein. They're making predictions. Bitcoin is going to go to 150,000. Okay? This cycle, I think if 150,000 is kind of conservative, but maybe 150, 200, 250, whatever it may be, right? But here's the thing. They're predicting after Bitcoin falls down in 2026, that its floor price will be around $70,000. That's our previous high, right? So that's what they're predicting, that after we hit whatever top, our next bottom will be the top from 2021. So if that's reality, think about where we are right now, 34.5. Why would you not load up? Because that's still like 2.5x from where we are. Right? And then from 2026, look at the dots. Then 2027, 2028, it starts going up again, and we form that new cycle. And then the next cycle top is like 2029. Where is Bitcoin going to be? Close to $1 million by then? We don't know. But I mean, again, these are not like crypto chartists. These are not like random traders that you find on X, okay? Unknown people that are charting. These predictions are, again, from the largest bigwigs, financial players, CEO of multi-billion and trillion-dollar companies. They are the ones coming out saying these things, and their analysts are saying these things, okay? So imagine what's going to happen if the FOMOs are already there. They're all salivating and wants to get in, right? It's going to be absolutely bonkers when the time comes, okay? And maybe in 2 days, things get started. November 2nd, if the SEC approves Grayscale's conversion to a spot Bitcoin ETF, watch out. Watch out. All right, what else is there? Tether. Everyone hates Tether, but it is the largest stablecoin out there. But quite interesting enough, you know, they keep buying more Bitcoins too. They are putting a lot of Bitcoins in their reserves. So right now, they hold about 1.6 billion, okay, dollars in Bitcoin. So they have said before, with their profits, what are they going to do? They are going to buy Bitcoin with their profits, okay? And they have been. Now, they have other things. They have a ton of treasury bills and bonds, right? But they also have like a little bit of precious metals, bonds, other investment secured loans, right? Very little of it. But they have a ton of Bitcoin, and that is not going to change. So another buying pressure, I guess, on top of Bitcoin, besides all the miners that keep loading up on all their own Bitcoins that they're mining. But then you got someone like Tether that's loading up. You got MicroStrategy that's still loading up. And you got all these major institutions that are loading up and seeding their spot ETFs. I mean, just think about it. Supply and demand. There's just not enough supply out there. There really isn't. And then here we go. If you like charts, if you like lines, if you like crossovers, here's a very bullish crossover right here. Okay. You like lines, you like ribbons, you like bullish crosses? Well, all three are in this chart. And again, what does this mean? Bitcoin is heading higher. There's no doubt that we are moving past the bottom. I don't think anyone, even the most bearish people, I don't think can say that we're going to form a new low at this point, right? I've said this before. It's hard to call a bottom because you can't really declare a bottom until you have moved so far away, then everyone accepts that was bottom, right? So when we were coming up from 16,000 and we approached 20,000 and then we approached 25,000, people were still calling like, maybe from 25,000 we're going to drop back down to 20,000, we're going to drop back down to 16 or whatever, right? A lot of people were still spreading that fear. But I'm like, there's no way you could tell. But if you're looking at the fundamentals like I am, then you know there's no doubt that we are recovering. We're in the next cycle, and Bitcoin is only getting stronger. So that's why I had no doubt we were going to move upwards, right? And now at 30, nearly at 35, I think even the naysayers have, they can't even say, oh, we're going to go down to 12,000 or 10,000 for another low. They have all gone away, right? So, like, I think we could put the rest that 15, 16,000 was our bottom. And we are moving forward. And we're getting closer and closer to having that, and better days are coming, right? But it's good to see that we have a lot of these signals and charts and metrics that tell us and verify what we already know, or at least what I already know, which is we're in the next bull run. We're in the next bull cycle, and it's going to get a lot more exciting. All right, so that's all good for Bitcoin. There's one other standout, though. One that just keeps going up and up and up and up, and a lot of you guys are very, very happy that you hold and did not dump like everyone else, and that is Solana. Solana's continuing its upward trend. It's above $38, up another 6 point something percent, up 22% this week. up 80% this month. 80%. Oh, no, 60%. It was 80%, turned 60%. Or maybe I'm just a little drunk. No, now it turned 80%. It's going 80, 60, 80, 60. I don't know what's going on. But 87% for the last 60 days. So, yeah, see, now it turned 60% again. I don't know what's going on. But regardless, it's pumping. It's pumping a lot, okay? And I made a lot of money degenning into leverage on Solana. Not a lot, but, you know, good amount. Good amount. Today, though, they did announce 2 big, huge partnerships. Okay, number 1, their data goes in Google Cloud's BigQuery, which basically is a giant database, okay? Google Cloud, of course, you guys, I don't need to explain Google Cloud, but with their data in Google Cloud BigQuery, that means their data could be used for machine learning, for AI, for business intelligence, and everyone else is in between can access that data, right? So that's a big, big partnership with Google. Now, that's not all. That's not the only thing they announced. They also announced a big partnership with AWS. Okay, so now you could code in nodes that run on AWS, right? 2 big partnerships, one with Amazon, one with Google. Who else are to go partner up with? So I believe these 2 partnerships obviously got them the pump that we're seeing today, right? But overall, Solana has been doing well, getting past the FTX FUD. Their volume is coming up. Their TVL for DeFi is coming up. I saw Phantom also, which is their biggest, one of their biggest, if not the biggest, DeFi DEX out there. Or no, wallets, not that DEX, wallets. And they're coming out with something new where they allow you to just mint any of your photos instantly to into an NFT. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, right? So their volume is coming back. Their users are coming back. We haven't seen a downtime in 8 months, and they're making big partnerships. This is the reason why Solana is doing so good. And I'm looking in the comments. People are like, when ADA? When is ADA going to pump? That's nothing to do with Solana, okay? But Solana is winning the war against ADA right now, okay? They are distancing themselves away, 16.1 billion to 10 billion. But I will say this about Cardano. Cardano always does this. Cardano always frustrates people with lack of price movement. But there are still a lot of developments happening on Cardano. But they don't always equate to a Cardano pump. But every single cycle, Cardano does this. People get frustrated with Cardano, they leave, and then Cardano starts pumping up to the moon. Every single cycle. It's the reason why I didn't buy Cardano when it was like 2 cents. Okay? Below 10 cents, could have bought it all day long, but never did because I thought it's the same thing. It never moves. It never goes anywhere, right? And it went from 10 cents to like $3 to $4, right? Wherever it ended up. And now it's at 30 cents, but still, you know, that happens every cycle. So I would say don't give up on Cardano either, but Solana is definitely leading the way right now. All right, that's it. CryptosRus Plus, Joshua, Jake just came out with another video, a very positive $8 billion coming to Bitcoin crypto because of this. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you do so on CryptosRus Plus. I also got a really cool idea for CryptosRus Plus. In addition to all the IFC fighting that will be commencing, or all the content for IFC will be commencing soon, they'll all be on CryptosRus Plus. But had a lot of sales already to the pre-party. If you guys want to join me and join the others, all the fighters there, and just mingle with crypto people in general, okay? You don't want to miss this IFC kickoff party in Vegas. Remember, what stays in Vegas, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, especially when it comes to IFC. I don't know what that means, but if you want to join us, right, buy a ticket and join us, right? 25 off for 25 off. It's in the description, so check it out. But many of you guys, I've met many of you guys before, and I plan on meeting a lot more of you guys in the future, not only for IMC, but next year I plan on traveling a lot more to a lot more locations, to a lot more conferences. So hopefully, yeah, I'll get to meet a lot of you guys. All right, now let's do some Q&A. All right, I missed some big super chats here. Let's see. At MCT, do you think people have realized yet when gold got its ETF and went up like 10 years straight? You know, I showed graphs about that at MCT. Like what happened to gold after, like it was going like this, and then after ETF it like did this, right? I think the very same thing was going to happen to Bitcoin. I think you're right. I wish I had that chart, but I don't. But thank you for that super chat. Citizen Crypto, big one. What will happen to alts when ETF is approved? Do they hold value or do there be a big dumping? You know what? No one has asked about that before. Or they have, but not recently. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But I've been through enough of these where I have seen it happen where there's so much FOMO on Bitcoin. It sucks liquidity out of the alts. Not only do they not move, but they go into the negative and all that money goes into Bitcoin. I have seen that before. We haven't really seen that recently, right? We see Bitcoin dominance go up. We see Bitcoin go up and everything else just kind of stays steady, or it goes up but doesn't go up as much as Bitcoin. But I have seen periods where Bitcoin is like going up 20% and everything else is in a negative. That has happened before. Hopefully with the ETF approval, we're not going to see that again. But there's a possibility because it has happened. I don't think it's going to happen because the market is very different now, much bigger. So probably not going to happen, but who knows? I'm thinking DCA into helium would be good given the bullish Solana news. Well, bullish Solana, yes. I don't know about bullish helium. I just don't hear much about helium, to be honest. So, I don't know. Live Wild. I'd super chat to get answered, but you got a what? You got a stat to go through. Well, see, I answered you even without a super chat, so don't be jealous. Solana will be right under ETH the next bull run. I don't know. They still have to go up double to beat out XRP. Can that happen? Sure. Do you expect a big year-end pullback? No. Hash rate, wash trade. It could. But you know, for wash trade, they buy it back, right? With stocks, you have to wait 30 days. With crypto, you don't have to. You could buy it back immediately. So it doesn't really apply. For stocks, it makes sense that people sell off and then buy back, right? But with crypto, you don't really have to wait the 30 days. JJ says Joshua Jake is a good addition to the team. Yes. He's not full-time on a team. He's contributing, but I see him part of the team, and he has been absolutely killing it. He's making a lot of plans. He did, I guess I can announce it. Congratulations to him. He is going to be a new host for Discover Crypto. So you'll see him a lot more on Discover Crypto, and he's going to be contributing a lot more on the politics side for them, right? But he has committed to CRU+, and I'm really glad to hear that because his videos have been doing very well. Gambler Degen, Near, ADA, Flux, or Solana, or go all in. You had to pick one. Which 20x leverage would you choose, right? I would not do 20x leverage on any of them long term. Short term, out of those four, the one that has made me the most money is Solana, because Solana has been going up like crazy, right? But I would never, ever, ever use a 20x leverage long term on any of them, because you will get wiped out 100%. Guaranteed. We're going to get some kind of drop, and then you go lose it all. So, there. Hopefully that answers that. Do you still think it's a good point by Sol? Yes, but, you know, it's bound to stop sometime and hover for a little bit while others catch up. It always does. So be careful. But yeah, there's plenty of room to grow for all of these crypto. All of them. You going to SEMA this week? You know what's funny? The deck people that's working at my house right now, he builds SEMA cars, and he's going to be going there. And it's quite wild. We had a long conversation. It's funny that, that he's building cars, but also building decks too. But to answer your question, no. I should. Where's SEMA at? I don't even know where SEMA is at. It's in Las Vegas, man. I'm not going to Las Vegas this many times. Okay, that's just, there's too many. It's actually, it starts today. Today to November 3rd. Maybe that's the reason why he didn't work on the deck today, because he's in Las Vegas. I don't know. But yeah, I've been to Vegas way too many times, so I'm not going. Wait, is this? Yeah. Is this SEMA show or just SEMA? But it's probably in Vegas. So will this IFC kickoff party. If you're XRP holder, strap on and get ready to get pegged to the dollar. That's funny. That's funny. Does my deck guy buy crypto? No, he does not. My heating guy does. Henry. You told me that he watches me, although I haven't met him in person. I only talked to him on the phone. But yeah, the guy who did install the heating, my furnaces, he watches me. Shogun says, new whole coiner, huge fan, congratulations. Please stop farting on my gold. Has not been flat for 10 years. Oh, it has. It has, my friend. Gold has not moved in 10 years. More than 10 years. Gold, you know, I don't know why you'd be holding gold. It's 1900 right now, okay? How do I stretch this to 10 years? How do I go back? 15 years here. Here we go. Okay, maybe it's a little bit higher. But back in 2012, 2013, it was 1800. Okay, so you're going 1800 to 1980. So you made $180, 10%. In how many years? In 11 years? In 10 years, right? Did that outperform inflation? No. No, it did not. Right? That's the problem. Gold was seen as a hedge against inflation. It no longer is. That's why we have Bitcoin. That's why Bitcoin is better. That's why the flight to quality is into Bitcoin, not gold at this point. Right? When are you coming to Nashville? Next year, July. Bitcoin 2024 will be in Nashville. So I'll be there. Simple Green, stoked to have lived through a legit bear market. Thanks for keeping me in the games. Good times ahead. You're welcome. It's not easy. It's not easy to get through a bear market, but you have done so. But now that we're through it, right? Does anyone remember the 16K days? No. Right? We just remember what happened like yesterday or maybe last week. I don't even think people realize that just a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, we were at 26,000. Like, people even forgot about that. Get yourself a second house and a second family in Vegas. Maybe the first part of that, you know, I don't know about a second family. Maybe just a mistress, you know, that'll be good enough. Three wives and 50 kids. No thanks to 50 kids. No thanks. XRP for wife changing wealth. Well, yeah. Yeah. For better and for worse, I guess. Am I fighting the IFC? No, I'm not fighting the IFC. I'm just organizing the fights. Yes, I'm kidding, guys. Man, you guys are like, you guys have no humor. What's your thoughts on Stellar? Man, no one has asked me about Stellar in a very, very, very long time. I have no thoughts about Stellar. Zero. I'd much rather at this point buy XRP than Stellar. I'll just put it that way. I'd much rather buy XRP and hold XRP than Stellar. I have no idea what Stellar is doing. Zero ideas what they're doing. Jeb Michaela was dumping his XRP bag for a long time. It's over. There's no more to dump, so that sell pressure is over. All right. I see my views dropping, so a lot of people are getting off, and I will too. So overall, guys, spot Bitcoin ETF approval may be coming in a couple days. Tomorrow we got the Fed to watch out for. Fed Chair Powell, we'll see what he says. And Solana made some big partnerships today that is carrying it forward. Okay? So, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right? And to celebrate XRP, I got something special for you guys. Take a look.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.